for that mode. It's nice because they keep leaderboards for each mode.
Yeah.
So there's several throughout the. I mean, every time trial is tracked. So fourth, it's all right. Yeah,
a couple thousand.
Yep.
And what's the time? Because I haven't watched you play the time.
All right,
trial
so basically the time trial is when you first start up the game. All these start at different times, so like a minute or 2 minutes.
Okay.
And I'll play it, even though I don't think I'm gonna beat 29 seconds. And basically, you have to follow the pellet paths. And as long as you're following the pellet path and eating all the pellets, those icons, in this case the apples, will pop up on the screen. Those are basically like, if there's a racing game, those would be like checkpoints or gates in a racing game, and you eat them, and then it triggers the next set of pellets that you need to follow. So you'll get
to be the fastest. It's to be the fastest to eat.
Exactly.
Okay.
So my best time was 29.8. So it's actually going to start me at that time. Well, that time, actually my time would have been like 30 something. I just lost track of what I was doing while I was talking. But basically, it subtracts your best time from the original time. So if my time was like 31 seconds in this case, it subtracts it from 1 minute, which would make it like 29 seconds plus some change. So I beat it. So I beat it by 2.63 seconds. Okay. So my previous best time was like probably 29 point something. Now it's 27 points.
Do those get any faster? Because I mean that seemed like it was a very kind of slow.
Oh yeah, that was only number 1 on here. Okay. So if you go way down the list, go down to 10, they get kind of crazy. This one starts you at game speed 40. The other one started at I think 10 or 20.
Okay.
This is where bombs really come in handy. So I'm gonna try not to eat ghosts at all. Oops.
Right, so you gotta clear the pellets.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely a lot crazier.
Yeah, so all I'm doing is clearing pellets out.
That was your last one.
That's my last one, but now I'm gonna try to eat some. Because some of the ghosts have bombs in their stomachs as well. So this one I have 2 bombs now. There's the 2 and a half bombs. This is probably this was not a good stage to demo for.
Well, I mean, it is because it's giving them an impression of how difficult it is.
Yeah.
Because the last one, it seemed like, even me after having watched it seems like, well, that one was kind of easy. But this is definitely, I'm terrified of this.
I'll let you talk for a second.
I haven't actually tried playing the game yet, but I've watched him play a lot. And
bombs.
Dead. So he's gonna die there.
Deads.
This one too is what you get 1 life. It looks like the 1 death. Because a lot of the other levels, I don't know.
You get 2 deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe this one now you get 2 lives.
2 lives. Yeah. And I don't know if anyone noticed the last.
Actually, I'm not gonna eat all of them. I'm just go down here. That's how you save a little time. So I beat that. Actually, I beat that one by a lot.
Quite a bit, yeah. So if you notice some of the other levels, they said lives, like 99 lives, and that's because
that was on
that
was on the ghost combo one.
Yeah, because the point of them isn't necessarily only having a few lives to try and get a high score like the old one was. It's strictly time based or other factors as opposed to just the number of lives that you have.
Absolutely. So how the game ranks you on the time trials? It adds up all the time trials on a map together and comes up with the score this time, and that's what is factored into the leaderboards. So I think since I went through the first time, I haven't visited these levels.
So you might be able to.
I think I can boost that up to maybe 2,000. Hopefully, so I'll do that later. And I'm gonna go to some of the later courses. I'm gonna go. Let me show you something crazy. I'm gonna go to the Darkness world, where you can go through and play the maps from all the other previous levels.
Yeah.
In Darkness, where only the area around you, the pellets and the ghosts can be seen.
Wow.
So you don't see the walls. So I'm gonna go into what's the hardest one? Probably Actually, probably Dungeon's the hardest in the dark, because Dungeon changes all the time. Like, the map changes.
Is this... Okay, so this is a time trial.
This is in time trial, yeah. Actually, yeah, this is time trial. Yeah. So let's start this up. This gets pretty crazy. Especially this one, because the map changes constantly. Once in a while, once I hit those icons, you'll see a little, almost like a radar wave go across the screen to show me where the new walls are. So as far as gameplay is concerned, it's other than when it starts getting really fast, the controls are very tight. It feels good. A game like this that's can be so quick can be very, very frustrating. If not, if you can't handle it, if you can't handle the controls. So minus some of the limitations by that 360 controller, I'm willing to give it a pass on the control aspect. It's because the rest of it's so good, and just it has the simplicity of Pac-Man, where you're going around just with the joystick, but it also adds the wrinkles of the bombs and stuff in there with just a click of the button. So it doesn't you have to have quick reflexes, but you don't have to be thinking about what your hands are doing constantly.
Right. There's always that chance that you can save yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And it slows down. Like some people complain about how it slows down. You can die. You can like shake off. I like that.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool.
It'd be very frustrating. This game would be so frustrating if you were just constantly dying. Take all the fun out of it. Now I'm starting to get a little confused. Beat the score. So you see on... Oops. That was bad. So you see on the... in the time trials, the icons on the left of the screen, those are basically the amount of icons I have to eat until the game, until I'm done.
Right.
I just keep track of how many gates I have to go through. Man. Left, up, right, down.
Because even I'm forgetting
left,
where you can go by the time you start to clear out everything.
Yeah, well, most of these levels, I usually forget to blink, so I'm just like basically just staring at the screen. Okay, there has to. Okay, there we go. I thought there has to be a way out of this corner.
One more.
How much time do I have left? I must have
17 seconds.
Oh, okay. Oh no, there's several left because they're stacking up on the side.
Okay, I didn't see those.
I think I only have 2 left. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I can't get up there in time. Oh man, failed.
You had 2 more anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, 1 on each side. So there you go. And I also like the quick retry. You just hit the select button. You can do that in the middle. So if I start the level again, and oops, wait. Actually, let me go back. So if I just screw up at the very beginning, it's like, oh shit, I just like walked right into that ghost. Like I already fucked up. So I'm gonna hit the select button and I can retry right away.
Oh, nice.
Which is a nice feature. But actually, I'm gonna exit out of here. I didn't notice this the first time, but okay, so you can reset it back to default. You can play against the 10-minute time limit if you want, or against your personal time. So that's nice. Okay, that's a nice little wrinkle too. I wondered if it did that. That's pretty much it for Pac-Man Championship Edition DX. All in all, since this is a review, I kind of like talk through it as if it was like one of our quick looks or something. But since it is a review, positives of the game, man, there's so many. Addiction. It's basically game crack. I think the reason for that, actually, it's this game and Super Meat Boy are my top 2 downloadable games of the year.
Yeah.
and they're very high on the list for like game of the year for me too. And because of the addiction level, I think the addiction level comes into play because of how fast the levels are.
Yeah.
So
and you forget how.
You figure how long you've been playing
yeah.
it. So I mean, especially the time attacks, you're pounding out a level in like 30 seconds most cases,
right.
And you're like, oh cool, that was quick. I'm gonna go play the next one, and then it's just I'm gonna go play the next one. I'm gonna go play the next one. It's so addicting. Well, visual style, except for some of the levels that are a little confusing to look at.
Yeah.
Level design.
But at the same time, it makes it a little more difficult. So
yeah,
it's something to shoot for.
It does do that, but it doesn't track the scores, at least as far as I can tell, by level style.
I don't think it does either.
So you're better off just sticking to the one that's easiest to see for you. So the music's great. It's basically just a bunch of it's not crunk, but there's a name for it. Name for this type of it's like a dance, not dance. It's like club music.
Yeah.
Techno.
Yeah.
There you go. Other positive. It revitalized Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's I've never played it, but I enjoy popping my head in and seeing how you're doing and playing it and stuff. But it's fun to watch because it's so crazy.
Yep.
But
and of course it has the classic Pac-Man music when it starts at the level.
Yeah.
Negatives, like I said, the controls at times, as I was talking, not watching, the controls can be iffy, and again, I think that is a controller issue, not a game issue. But because it's a controller issue, makes it a game issue, and it suffers sometimes. It suffers at the high speeds. Like I said, I have pretty quick reflexes, and if I'm just like totally botching turns,
right.
I'm inclined to think that it's not me just screw. A lot of times it is me just screwing up, but I think it's honestly just it's not registering as fast as I'd like it to. And a better directional pad, like I'm using directions right now, would make this a lot easier.
Yeah, it's that weird.
It's the weird like eight points of contact that the Xbox controller has. If they had this on PS3, that directional pad would be perfect for this game.
I know
it's
I
only
asked it. It is only 360.
Yeah, it's 360 only. That brings you to another positive that I forgot to mention. Only 800 Microsoft points, so it's a $10 game. You're getting a lot of game. I mean, start to finish, unlocking all the modes probably in all took me about 10 hours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't like to boil the game reviews down to money divided by time, but it's like $1 an hour.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it.
Plus replay value.
Plus replay value.
Just because of the
the point of the game is to
records alone.
Break records. Personal records and world records. So, and the achievements. This will be a positive to lots of people. Maybe negatives to other people who want more challenges. But the achievements, the Xbox Live achievements, very easy. I think within the first 2 hours, I had all of them, except for the very last one, which is beat the game in every different visual style. So that one will take a while to get.
Yeah.
So the achievements are quite easy to unlock. So if you want a quick 200 points, which is what you get from this game, then this is the game for you. So I think that's it, guys. Final score is a 9 out of 10. Like I said, just for some control issues and a few kind of wonky visuals that don't enhance the game at all. But other than that, damn near perfect.
Alright, I want to see you eat this chain.
Okay, we'll go on. This is probably the most cathartic part of the game. These chain combos. There we go. Alright, guys, this has been Pac-Man Championship Edition DX. You can get it now on the Xbox Live Arcade. And we will see you on the website. Laters.
Bye.